Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the part two of the mix breakdown of Majid's Smile for Me. This song right here, like I said earlier, has been doing numbers, from the very first time it was released. And why not just do a mix breakdown for you guys?
Okay, let's go.
And do not forget, subscribe, like, share, comment, ask questions, about the mix process and everything. I'll be very willing to answer all of your questions to the best of my abilities. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the vocal breakdown. And this right here is the project. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So, guys, I'll show you how I went from this to this. All right, so let's dive into the mix straight up. Quick bypass of everything I've done on the mix. We got the lead vocal hook, the hook and the chorus. Yeah, pretty much, and vocal effects. So for the vocal effects, I liked what the reference had on, and the Madrid wanted me to stick with what he had already done, like when he was recording. So I pretty much just exported the things that he had done on the vocal effects, like the backgrounds, ad libs, and stuff like that. Yeah. So as you can see here, it's all empty. It's all empty. All I just did was just to balance the volume pretty much. So as you can see, minus 4 dB on this, pretty much minus 2 on this, just balance it to taste. That's what I did on the vocal effects. And okay, now for the lead vocals. So as usual, I use my vocal rider first. It's a mono track, so I had to use, a vocal rider mono from Waves. And basically what it does is to, like trim the vocals, try to make it balanced, volume wise. When if it feels like the vocals going way above, it brings down the volume. So I put it in the range of I use a smooth ride preset. I put in the range of -2 at the bottom and 2 at the top. So for every 2 dB up, it ducks by 2 dB down, and for every 2 dB down, it takes it up by 2 dB. Yeah, so pretty much with a slow, attack, pretty much. And so you can see from this is what it looks like. I'll zoom in real quick. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. You can see the way it rides pretty much. Yeah, so that's what I did on that. And I used the write feature, to write it so that I can have this. If I don't write it, I won't be able to have this. So I wrote it. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on how to use the vocal rider pretty much, to smoothen your vocals to have a balance before you then add compression and stuff like that. So next thing I did was to use the click. Yeah, I used to mount the click from iZotope, just to remove the clicks from the vocals. And next thing I did was so that's what I did for that particular track. Same thing with this track. And I needed EQ because I felt like the vocal sounded thin. So I boosted the low end using FabFilter Q3, boosted the low end by 3 dB, from 150 hertz downwards. Yeah, and yeah, same thing, vocal rider, click. I'm just gonna rush through. Vocal rider, click. The rest I muted. Yeah, I did the vocal rider and the click, and I used the DSR as well because I felt like the vocals on this particular channel was, sounding a little bit too SC for me. So I had to, dog down a little on that for the S's. Yeah, I set out 4,650 kilohertz. Mode is set to split, and the type is set to high pass. Uh, and I took out some frequencies, minus 1.2 each from 125 and 250 hertz. Just like I said, going with your ears, what you feel, sounds right in the mix. So let's just dive into what I did for the vocals. So first of all, I'll play it without any vocal effects. Let's hear what it sounds like.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you? Waiting for miracle to happen. I can't get enough of you.
Okay, so what I did first was to use an NLS Boss plugin. Yeah, that's what I used here, and pretty much it used the Neve option, and I think the drive was set to 6. That was pretty all for this. That was what was the first thing on my chain. So let's bypass without and with as usual without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
Now with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
So basically, gave it some warmth, gave it some warmth. And next thing I did was use the XSL native EQ. So what I did here was took out the low range from 130 downwards. I rolled it off. Did a deep at 208 hertz and also at 265 and also at 508. Listening with my ears, looking at frequencies that I felt were poking out too much, and I just brought them down. So I'll bypass the SSL EQ2 and see what it does in the mix. So without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
Now with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
So it gives it more clarity. The vocal seems more open. Subtle effects, listen on headphones, you hear what the difference sounds like. Next thing I did was GEQ. Cut down 63 hertz down to 0 pretty much. Cut down a little from 125 to 50. Cut down 4K by 1 dB. So it's just my ears. And without first, in width. So without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
So with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
It's very subtle, very, very subtle. So next thing I did was the Q10. I still did some more ducking, very subtle ducking. I felt like the 124 hertz frequency had some low, frequencies there, and I had to duck it a little bit more than the rest, minus 2.4 on that. So I'll just bypass, I did on these frequencies, and let's listen to what it sounds like without and with. So without first.
Waiting for miracle to happen. I can't get enough of you, my shy. I do you alive.
So I'll do with now.
Waiting for miracle to happen. I can't get enough of you, my shy. I do you alive.
Yeah, so on this one, I used directly a delay on the vocals. stereo delay from Steinberg, comes with Cubase. I used it directly on the vocals, and let's see how it sounds without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
Now with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
Can you hear that? Very subtle. And next thing I did was put it into the bus. So the Vox and the Vox bus, we see how I routed it. Like when I did the breakdown of BC, you could understand my routing. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll put in the link somewhere around the screen. Just look at the screen. You'll see possibly it's gonna be at the side, so you see a link to the video so you can understand my routing process. So basically the Vox is being routed into the Vox bus pretty much. Yeah. So onto that, what next did I do? Next thing I did was to still some reshaping as well, EQ and stuff. So I just dipped here 6K, took out minus 3.4. And did I take it out? I'm not sure. Yes, I did. Yeah. And cut down frequencies from 100 hertz, and also from, this is not active, this is active. So just 100 hertz and 6K. Yeah, so without first and without.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
So with now.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you? Waiting for miracle to happen.
Next thing I did was use the Drummer 1973. What did I do on this? Let's see. So on this is basically some EQ. I did some EQ on this. I think I boosted the high end by a couple dB, 2.5 dB. Boosted the mid by 2.1 and boosted the low 2.5. So let's hear what it sounds like without and with. Without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they?
Now with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
So it gives you like more, openness and more in your face, pretty much. And next thing I did was to bring in the Puke Tech. Yeah, the Puke Tech. What I did here was to cut down or attenuate the low frequency. Still boosted by 2 dB, but attenuated by 5. And for the highs, boosted by 2, attenuated by 3. So it's pretty much -1 and -3 if you do the maths. Low frequency set to 100, high frequency set to 3K, and sharp bandwidth. So let's just hear what it sounds like without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
Now with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
Very, very subtle. That's what I do. I just do subtle things, and I move on. Next thing I did was add Fresh Air by Slate Digital, and the Fresh Air is pretty much what's the Fresh Air going to do? One sec. The Fresh Air, what it did here is to add some air into the vocals. So for the Fresh Air, it goes like this, without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
Then with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What What are they shy for you?
So you can hear that, crispiness in the vocals. I used the preset vocal bus presence, talk down. This is when you link the two mid air and high air together, and I pretty much just dug down. I think by default it's about 25-50, so I took it down to 5 and 15. Just use your ear to your taste, and the trim, no trim on this one. And next thing I did was multi-band compressor. Used the one that comes with Cubase. And what did I do? I worked on the threshold of the lows, -15. The attack set to 1. Everything set to 1. Threshold of the low mid, it's about -20. Threshold of the high mid is about -19.8, as you can see, and threshold of the high is -15. Giving them different ratio, and let's see what it sounds like without and without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
Now with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you? Waiting for miracle to happen. I can't get them.
As you can see, the low mid and the high mid is where the docking is happening more. It's not really happening on the lows and the highs, but the low mid and this here and the air is where. I'll play one more time, so you just look at it and see what's happening.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you? Waiting for me.
So let me bypass this one where we have more activity, see what it sounds like.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you? Waiting for miracle to happen.
So it kind of like brings out the vocals more, and make it more present. So next thing I did was more EQ, more more EQ. Took out 4K, 1 dB, 125 and 250 again, and without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
Now with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you? Waiting for.
So it gives you more control, kind of. There's more control. Next thing I did was to add DS in. So I used plugin Alliance's DSR, and I used the male vocal smooth and set to like 13 or 12.5, and that was it. So without first and without.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one.
Now with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one.
Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And now I added a compression. This is by Sonnybo. Yeah, Sonnybo Smart Comp. So pretty much the threshold, I set the threshold, to where I feel like the vocals are, and it just takes out a little of the top of the vocals, the peaks of the vocals. So without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. What are they shy for you?
Now with it. So watch out, it takes down the peaks of the vocals. You see the effect of the peaks at this range, this yellow straight line here. And let's hear what it sounds like. Wait now.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one.
You can see this, right? You can see this. Let's play.
What are they shy for you? Waiting for miracle to happen. I can't get enough of you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Next is the CLA 76. So yeah, I just did the input and the output to taste, 19 here and 36 here with 3.5 attack and 7 release. Turn off the analog. I didn't want no analog sound. And without first,
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. But I they shy for you, waiting for miracle to happen.
now with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. But I they shy for you, waiting for miracle to happen. I can't get enough of you, my sherry. Agbadun you wala.
Yeah, so it kind of like calms the vocals a little bit more. And lastly, on my vocal chain is Plugin Alliance's Boss Town, BS Townhouse Boss Compressor. Yeah, threshold set to -18, ratio at 2. Attack is fast attack. I think a slow release. Not so sure, but let's listen to what it does. Without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. But I they shy for you, waiting for miracle.
Now with it.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. But I they shy for you, waiting for miracle to happen. I can't get enough of you, my sherry. Agbadun you wala. I know say we know they on.
So that's pretty much the vocals, and I just added the Valhalla pop vocal presets. Set the ratio to the decay to 3, pre-delay 75, using the 60,000 divided by the tempo of the song. That gave me like this decay time, and half of that would be like 150, and half of 150 would be 75. So that's what I did here. And I routed this effect to, because Maji wanted it to be spacey, so I didn't really do EQ and stuff on it. I left it as it was. I think let's see. I might have tampered with the EQ here. Not so sure. Let's put in the Valhalla Vintage into this and see what this sounds like. So without first.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. But I they shy for you.
Now with it, cut it down to -14.
All of my guys are all over you. I see them, yeah, all over you, my one. But I they shy for you, waiting for miracle to happen. I can't get enough of you, my sherry. Agbadun you wala. I know say we know they on. But I want you to no.
Pretty much that's it. Pretty much. So that's that for the vocals. Let's see, did I do anything on this? The backups. Same old. Rider, click, and also de-esser. And this is what it sounds like soloed.
Shy for you.
So I just cut them down to about -8 dB. Like I said earlier, we used already printed wet stems for the ad-libs. So here you have
Smile. Oh yeah, smile.
So that's what I did for that. As usual, put my tag and the labels tag, and there you go. So that's the vocal mix breakdown of Majid Smile For Me. Do not forget, share, like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And feel free to ask any questions. I'll be very open and willing to answer your questions. And catch you some other time. Peace and love. Chibi out.